Ladies and gentlemen, this is TJ Thomas Johnson, and I don't hate the Devil May Cry Netflix series. I really don't. You're probably gonna tell me, as a Devil May Cry fan, like, man, you are dishonoring the Devil May Cry name. You should feel this and that about the Devil May Cry Netflix series. You should hate it, because this is a disgrace against the franchise, and you should hate it if you call yourself a Devil May Cry fan. And listen, you might be right. You might actually be right. And no, I don't have nothing against you that actually despise this. Because, when guys that doesn't have any idea on the franchise that they have the power to mess with, the thing that you think you were supposed to be in a way, but they change it in a completely different direction. Like, you make sense why you would hate it. And you know what? I would too. Man, I would actually despise this series. If it wasn't for a little thing, a little pillar, a little bridge that is broken, that is actually stopping me from going to the other side to actually decimate this goddamn series. There was a bridge right now that is currently is broken. And that bridge that is broken is stopping me, my rage, my hate, my despisement, if I could say like that, to reach for this series in its full force. And this bridge is the fact that Devil May Cry Netflix series is not canon. It's not canon at all. It doesn't make part of the actual Devil May Cry story. It's not part of a prequel. It's not part of a future. It's not part of any part of Devil May Cry at all. Now, because of this, I don't have much hate for this series. I'm looking at the Devil May Cry Netflix series as its own thing, the same way that I look at the Devil May Cry reboot, the DMC Devil May Cry. I don't hate that either. I actually don't hate that game either. I think that game actually makes some things really fucking cool, which is the level design, the platforming, which even though it's the most simple thing in the world, it feels really cool with all the world changing aspects and stuff. And the combat, man, the combat, like, he feels like Devil May Cry, but he also feels different, So like, I don't hate that. Why I also don't hate the Devil May Cry series. The reason why I like it, at least the aspects of it, is the animation. Well, at least when we are not talking about 3D and stuff. But I really dig the animation when it's drawing, like, or at least when it feels like 2D drawing and stuff. And like when everything is like the combat, like the action is happening, all this kind of stuff is going on. The reference, even the music, which is more 2000, and I was born in 2000. I was born in 2005 and stuff. And growing up hearing like goddamn Evanescence, like, it makes me feel like in 2010 again, 2000s, 2010s and stuff. Because of that, I don't despise this. Of course, the story compared to the actual lore of Devil May Cry is fucking dog shit. And some people might actually come to you and say, Thomas, the Devil May Cry story is not all of that as well, like, of course there is some stories out there that it has more depth into it. But not gonna lie, when you have like things like the Devil May Cry reboot the game, like DMC Devil May Cry, and you have also the Netflix series, you kinda appreciate more the Devil May Cry story, the actual one from the games. Like, because the characters are very charismatic. Lady, Trish, Dante, Nero, goddamn fucking Virgil. Like, when you see those things, like the Netflix series, the reboot game, you appreciate more the source, the actual story of the games, like, and to think that they would move on from that, you know, with the Devil May Cry game, it was crazy to me because they already have everything ready. Like, it was just make like the Devil May Cry 5 and move on, you know. But I'm glad that the Devil May Cry reboot game happened, like the DMC Devil May Cry happened, because it gave us Devil May Cry 5, which is a masterpiece. And of course, people gonna argue about the level design in that game, but I would argue as well that there is some good level design here and there. Like that first chapter with Nero, when he's walking through the city and fighting the boss in the goddamn church, like, and they are destroying everything. Like, this is one of the best level designs in Devil May Cry 5. The Netflix series, the game, the other game, it makes me appreciate way more the Devil May Cry games, you know. We also have the Devil May Cry series, the old one from 2005, I believe. And man, I'm gonna say, I like that way more than I like the Devil May Cry Netflix series. And it's because, and one of the things is because of the feel of it. The Devil May Cry 2005 series feels more like the game when it comes to ambience, when it comes to the feel of it. It feels more gaudy. I appreciate the ambience, I appreciate the feel of that series. And also that it feels more serious. Sometimes you have this scene here and this scene there in the Netflix series, and it doesn't feel as serious. It doesn't feel like they take it serious and stuff, you know? It also, one of the things that make that series more important than this one, the Netflix one, is that it's part of the story, you know? It's part of the Devil May Cry lore. And it works, man, because it's the daily life of Dante, and we can see Dante in a new light, like depressed. And you know, you might say that it's boring because, you know, it's like a series about Dante trying to pay his bills and stuff. But it works, man. It works when you think about it. While the games is like all this action, all these crazy moments, epic moments happen all the time. And yeah, I wish there was a little bit more of that in the series. But when you see the character, like when you see the characters in its personal fields, in its personal moments, you understand why this series is so goated, because the characters are one of the best parts of the game, man. Like, they are, like, the characters are one of the greatest parts of the Devil May Cry franchise. That's why you have Dante doing all this crazy stuff. But if you don't have the quirkiness of the pettiness of Dante with all these crazy things, I don't think you would feel the same, you know. And of course, you also have the relationship of Virgil and Dante. You also have Lady, of course, and all that. I mean, I love the games, man, and I'm not gonna hate the Netflix series because, you know, it's not canon. It's not part of the story. It's not rewriting the story just to glad like Age Shakur or something. But anyway, forget about that, because now we're gonna react to the Devil May Cry Season 2. And this Season 2, it looks promising because it looks like they are gonna make some improvements, at least for the little bits that I saw here and there, some of the trailers. And I hope so, I really hope so that it improves. I hope that Age Shakur don't be a fucking dickhead, you know, because in the first one he was a dickhead. And he thought he knew more about the series than the fans and stuff, and it's like, man, just sit your ass down and do a better job with this one, you know what I'm saying? Like just stop with this bullshit and do something coherent. Do something that actually wanna make, you know, the fans so glad that maybe I wish this was in the games as well, or something like that. Like, redeem yourself. I mean, this is your moment. Season 2. You have Virgil, bro, come on. You can't fumble this. Like, you can fumble. Anyway, I talk too much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this in 3, 2, 1.
This nigga is trash.
3, 2, 1.
My son. Your pain isn't a monster you can fight.
Oh, I already like this.
Or run from. Accept it as a part of you. It's exactly
I already like this. This is showing
what connects you to the most.
the childhood of Dante
I'll get
Virgil.
him back.
The animation looks sick. Okay, I already like
One
this.
of us.
Fighting in the rain.
Night if our
I really like
positions were switched. Would our fates be different?
Okay, I like. Is there more? I don't think. Nah, I don't think there's more. Okay, I already like this. Listen, the fights. I mean, everything that I saw here, I like. Is the same thing that I saw. Of course, it was present in the first season. That I like it a lot, which is the action. That it looks good. The animation looks good. The background story, which I thought it was really interesting. Like they are making justice. This looks a little bit more serious than the first one. I don't know how serious it's gonna be, but if it is way more serious in the season 2, I'm gonna be glad. I mean, of course, we need some quirkiness. We need some, Dante being funny here and there. Of course, we need some of that. But if it is a little bit more serious, because man, I swear, bro, sometimes the season 1 was trying to be serious, but it was so fucking, like, the story was just not it, and it was like, even when it was trying a little bit to be serious, it didn't feel like it, So I hope this improves. Man, like, season 1 is just, like, even though that I like it because of the action, the animation, and all that kind of stuff, there is still something missing, bro, and I hope they acknowledge that in this one, because they have Virgil. They can do such a cool story with Virgil. They can do something cool with it. Like, they already showing the childhood, which I already like it because it's some background story. And I already like this. Of course, they're gonna show, of course, the Dante game, the Ivory and Ebony and Ivory, which is gonna be very interesting to see. Because there was a clip as well of him reloading, Dante reloading, and doing all this cool stuff. Like, this already looks better than the first one. But here's the thing, everything that I'm looking at here was kinda already present in the first one. The only thing that wasn't present is Virgil. And this could escalate things into like a 6 out of 10 to a 8 out of 10, or maybe a 9. And that's what I'm looking for. And look, I'm not taking this series, the Netflix series, so close to my heart because this is not canon. Alright? And that's because and that's the reason why I'm not crazy about it. This is not canon, bro. This is not part of the Devil May Cry story. This is not the part of the Devil May Cry lore. This is like DMC Devil May Cry reboot, I can appreciate it, but I can love it, So yeah, I mean, this looks good. This looks good. Please be good, because I want this to be good. I want to have more reasons to like it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is TJ Thomas Johnson, and please, AJ Shakur, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up, please. I'm out.